I can't express how much of a joy it is to have you in the Moose. We've got Betse and Clarke with us here in the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile. We're broadcasting from the mobile on Sheppey FM through the Wayward Ellen boys and Brother Mark. Say hello to Brother Mark.
Brother Mark,
hello. Thanks very much, guys. We're in Inverness, within banjo distance of and fiddle distance of McGregor's.
Yeah,
tonight,
indeed. Oh, yes.
At the invitation of Bruce McGregor, another fine fiddler.
I know, it's fantastic.
So you're hanging out in Inverness today. Going to do a little radio as well today.
Yeah, we're doing more than we get to
Scotland
do
for
a time with you.
Traveling folk.
Yep, the Traveling Folk Show and on BBC. So this is a great big day for radio and doing it every different direction, which is great. And
I love the Moose. This is great.
You're very welcome. Anytime, any Moose, anywhere.
I know. Well, we're going to start a series with you, maybe a Moose series. But
it sounds nice on this thing.
It does sound really nice. It's good acoustics in the Moose. I like that a lot. Yeah, we're happy to get to come up here to Inverness. Many of the places that Clarke and I are stopping on our tour are spots that I came with the old band, with the Wilders, when we came and toured here a lot. And we played a theater in Inverness, and right now my mind escapes
Would it be Eden Court?
Eden Court, yes, it was. It was the Eden Court. And this time out, I was looking around, I'm like, oh, Bruce, we had met years ago too, and so I reached out to him and said, hey, are you interested in us coming by the show? He said, absolutely, come by. And I asked him for an idea where to play. He said, well, our pub. I said, well, that makes sense.
Just recently opened, and it's got the most beautiful vibe. And with Bruce being the player that he is,
of course it does.
It's a haunt for musicians, so I think there might be some shenanigans tonight.
Oh, well, I think we might be up for that.
I always like shenanigans and tomfoolery and chicanery. The Holy Trinity.
I've noticed that about you. Of course, we've met in your native Kansas City, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Folk Alliance Center.
A couple of times at Folk Alliance now.
Yeah.
So, Kansas City's quite the place for music, is it not?
It sure is.
Big music and art city, for sure.
Yeah, it's like just such a deep history of that. Of course, a lot of the early jazz and blues artists
had to go through there, didn't it?
American music.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a hot spot, both for people.
Basie, Charlie Parker,
Jay
Lester
McShann,
Young, Dexter Gordon.
No,
Lester.
I know.
Yeah,
it's a mafia town, let's face it.
Well, it actually, it was and it wasn't. What was amazing about Kansas City was during Prohibition, Kansas City was the original sort of Sin City, like Vegas, before Vegas ever existed.
Yeah.
Because during Prohibition, Kansas City didn't really enforce Prohibition like the other cities. So they saved a lot of bloodshed by allowing people to drink. So people from all the other areas would travel to Kansas City to party. So,
and that's why jazz got started.
Yeah,
basically.
Parties breed jazz.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a what do you call it? Symbiotic relationship. I think. Yeah.
Lots of old time music there.
It comes up that river, right?
It comes up the river, and then from the mountains where people migrated from Appalachia to the Ozarks, and then the crossover, the early bridge between old time and jazz happened right there too, with people like Scott Joplin. He was a banjo player. And so
and early country music,
Of course, well, the Cowboys. That's where it all stopped.
Well, sure.
That's where the cows went.
Yeah, St. Louis has the credit as the gateway to the West, and of course the wonderful, enormous historic arch. But truly getting across the state of Missouri into Kansas City and then beyond, that was really the great unknown, heading west into Kansas City.
Contentious stuff.
Well, maybe, but we love it. We've got half our heart turned.
And you can, and I always strongly suggest people go to Kansas City in that musical vein, because you can find it every night of the week there. It's just
you really can. There's all kinds. There's all kinds there, and also just to feel what it means. It's one of those confusing towns where Kansas City, people think the state of Kansas, or they think sometimes when you come over to the British Isles or the continent in Western Europe, the name of a city doesn't get the city added to it. They just say, Kansas, and we're like, well, wait, there's the state of Kansas, and the whole name of the city is Kansas City, was named after the river,
yeah.
where the Kansas River flows into the Missouri River, and that the state of Kansas didn't exist yet. So it's kind of interesting to feel that in person, to see the confluence of the rivers and experience Kansas City, Missouri. It's a gem.
Yeah, it is a gem. Well, I can't wait to get back. It won't be this year. Folk Alliance is in Montreal this year.
That's right.
It'll be a couple years before
we'll
Kansas.
be back in Kansas City at some point, I'm sure of that. And we'll roll the American moose in. So stolen foot, but we have you here.
Yep, we're here.
I know, it's
You
so
have
great.
a new album.
We have, pretty recent.
Well, let's talk about that after we get a song. Would this be from the album?
Well, we have.
No.
This one isn't, but it's something we've been loving to play so much, and
it'll be on an upcoming release.
Yeah.
You've recorded it before.
I've recorded the fiddle tune part of this, and the song though has not been recorded. It's a pair, and it actually goes with what we've been talking
Speaking
about.
Speaking of Cowtown. And the Ozarks. First a tune from the Ozarks, and then an old cowboy song.
Okay, well, we'll come back. We'll talk a bit more about how you guys met each other and where it's all going to go from here, where it came from, and
where'd
tell
you come
the
from,
folk.
where'd you go?
Yeah, exactly.
You got that? Yeah. Little Cotton Eye Joe reference there. We did that. We did that.
I'll ham it up. This is a.
Yeah, and then this is when, I mean, folks might hear this tonight at McGregor's Bar. You know that could happen, but it gives us a chance to share some music from home, from the Ozark Mountains, southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, and then, like Clarke said, an old cowboy song that paints some pictures of what it was like in the Old West. All right, first Dry and Dusty.
Yep.
the other went wrong. His wife went down in a ballroom fight. He sings this old song from morning to night. Right around little doggies, right around them slow. The fiery and the snuffy are raring to go. Take my saddle from the wall, put it on my pony and lead him from the stall. Tie my bones to his back and face us to the west. We'll ride the wild prairies that we love the best. Ride around little doggies, around them slow. The fiery and the snuffy are raring to go. Ride around little doggies, around them slow. The fiery and the snuffy are raring to go.
Ah, yes.
Riding old paint.
You have no idea how much that gladdens my heart. We've got Betse Clarke in the Moose Mobile in Inverness. Moose! We're allowed to make moose sounds. Everybody at home, please make a moose sound. Thank you. We're recording it on we're broadcasting live on Facebook and recording this for the Medicine Show Riding Point, which is very apt.
Yep.
With riding old paint. A long time since he rode point, I think old paint. Yep. Maybe just the inside circle now.
Yeah, I think so.
And Betse Clarke are on a Scottish tour here in Inverness tonight at McGregor's, and you were telling me you're off to a bluegrass festival as well.
That's right. Yeah,
Monty Ive.
Monty Ive is down in Dumfries and Galloway, and that's coming up this weekend. It's their Michaelmas Bluegrass Festival.
Sweet.
That's their 10th year, and we met Paul and Anya Lytle 2 years ago when we were on tour in Ireland, in Northern Ireland. In fact, we were at the Bluegrass Festival at Omaha at the Ulster American Folk Park, and we met them there, and lo and behold, they invited us to come and play the festival in Monty Ive, and that was the impetus to put together a bit of a tour, come over here and have a Scottish adventure.
Well done. Well done. How was the folk club? How was the Polish Centre? Hey!
Hey!
Thank you. That was
love the Polish club. Hey! That's a treasured memory from years past.
Gem of a place.
Everybody welcomed Clarke in with open arms. That was a great kickoff to our tour. I love the community.
Potentially one of the most special nights of music of my whole life.
It's my favourite folk club in the world. I have to say. Bruce has got one started here in Inverness, and that's good news. I don't think this is part of the folk club, but certainly there are some tickets remaining. It's well worthwhile booking those in advance, though, guys, I would think, if you're coming along tonight. I know there's a lot of musicians coming tonight as well, so the place will be set for a session afterwards.
Super fun.
So that's us. We're in Inverness. Betse Clarke are next weekend in Monty Ive for Bluegrass Festival. Where are you off to after that?
Well, after that we'll be playing a concert in Moffat, which isn't too far from there, and we're going to go see some great friends of mine from years past that can't wait to meet Clarke, Sarah McFadden and Joey Sanderson, who live outside of Edinburgh, and they're helping host a house concert in a little town called Harriet. So it's down south of Edinburgh. We'll be there next weekend. These dates are on BetsyandClarke.com. But then actually our last show won't be not too far from here in Fort William, and we're really honored to play for Marianne Kennedy at her Watercolor Music studio.
What a lovely spot as well.
Yeah, so
that's in Ballachulish, right under the bridge. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's just.
So is that going to close close it out.
That'll close it out. And for the last few shows, we'll have our dear friend and bass player. He decided to come on over.
JJ Hansen.
JJ Hansen's going to join us for the last little bit of the tour. So, you know, if people come and see the duo, then they can come and see the trio and see how it's exponential when he joins us. It's real special.
He's a great friend, a great human, a great
He's my luthier.
He's a great luthier and a great bass player.
Yeah.
Well, tell him I'm asking for him when you see him.
We will. I guess you'll you'll be back in the US
We'll
at that time.
I'm in Denver. We're heading off to David Starr's Cedar Edge Apple Fest.
Oh, cool.
So I'm told the colours on the other side of the Rockies are
It'd be beautiful.
extraordinary.
Well, you know, next time we'll get JJ. I mean, now with him on the upright bass, we're going to have to probably stand, and we'll all stand together and play really close.
We'll do it on the roof.
Take it outside.
Splendid
What
stuff.
a joy to be here on the Moose Rod. Thank you.
Stuff. Would you play us out with a song? Have you got one up your sleeve?
Sure we will. Do you want to stay on D, or do you want? We could do Foggy Mountaintop if you want to stay on the banjo. Let's do something from the Carter family.
Switch those.
Lovely.
First family of country music, and a lot of other people have sung this too, but I dare say most of them got it from this. And we would do that Foggy Mountaintop. We drove through some mountains to get here, didn't we? Some Scottish mountains.
I'm not even going to tune.
This is dedicated to the lovers of the Scottish Highlands, the Foggy Mountaintop. 1, 2, 3. To what Mama said, I would not have been here today, lying around this old jail cell, just weeping my poor life away. If I was on some foggy mountaintop, I'd sail away to the west, sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. She calls me to moan. She calls me to leave my home. The lonesome pines and the good old times. I'm on my way back home. Well, if I was on some foggy mountaintop, I'd sail away to the west, sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. Old time.
Fantastic. That's Monday morning at its very best. We are with Betse and Clarke, playing in Inverness tonight, as we've already said, and on tour throughout Scotland. So catch them while you can, folks. They're here. Lovely.
Thanks
so
for
much.
having us.
You can you're on that Facebook thing, and it's betsyandclarke.com, is it?
betsyandclarke.com.
Yep, there's Betse and Clarke page on Facebook. Come join us.
Come and join the guys. Come, let's party. Thank you. Bye.